Hello, and welcome to another episode of the RockCast, a podcast made by Rockhurst University students for Rockhurst University students, and anyone who's interested in the life of Rockhurst. Hawk Wild Week is just around the corner, so we'll talk about one of the best weeks on campus coming up.
When you live in Missouri, you get storms. We had a big one this weekend, and fortunately, everyone came away with just a scare. We'll talk about storms and KC and how weather in the spring can be an adventure.
With the semester winding down, senioritis and burnout tend to sit in. I mean, personally, it's coming across. I needed to hurry it up. But anyways, we'll talk about how we try to stay focused and how you can help take care of yourself. But first, let's meet the cast. Give us your name, major, hometown, and any trip you've either taken recently or plan to take soon.
Hey everybody, my name is Faizion Campbell. I'm currently a psychology major, and I was born in Kansas City, Missouri. One trip that I'm excited about is the one with campus ministry to the Sylvania Trek, and that will be happening as soon as this semester is over with. So yeah.
Right. Well, with that, my name is Damian Hood. I'm a senior here at Rockhurst University studying psychology. I am from Kansas City, Missouri. And a trip that I'm going to Chicago for MPA. So basically, that's just basically a psychology conference. So I'm going there to present the research. I've worked with Dr. Roffler and the rest of the team to present our research and meet and mingle with all the other people over there with all their research, because I just want to learn about all the other psychological research that we can conduct in the coming years. So yeah.
Right on, brain stuff, yeah. If you have any questions or topic ideas or are interested in being a co-host, send us a DM on Instagram at Rockhurst University or contact us through rockhurst.edu. Leading me to our first topic, Hawk Wild Week.
So with Hawk Wild Week, I know it's a big event here at this campus. Like, it's usually the last week of April, like a week before finals or something. So it's like to give everybody a de-stressor before everything comes up.
Like test and...
Yeah, all of that. Like test studying, anything you got to do for academics.
Trash.
I know. With Hawk Wild Week, I know that they have like... Their biggest event is RockStock. So basically, it's like a concert on Friday.
Yeah. Last year they had Social House.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they had another group too, right?
Oh, Careless Vibe or something.
Yes. Like,
guys were dressed like crayons, but anyway.
Surprisingly, that was like my first concert that I went to ever. Also, because I've never been to a big concert before. But basically, it's the last week of April. They have a variety of events. They have RockStock. They have vendors come out from the local community, as well as other things that you can find in your email. I know that Emma Garrett has sent it out to the student body as well. And then I'm sure you can follow them on Instagram. You'll find all that information. But, yeah, I know with Hawk Wild Week, there's also the event of FOSA that happens during that week as well.
FOSA, that's the Festival of Student Achievement.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's happening Wednesday.
Make sure you get on there and vote.
Yeah.
Vote.
Because voting is happening right now.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Until
necessary.
Friday?
It's necessary.
Very necessary. Vote for that president, the Senate vice president, all that. Hawk of the year, anything. Okay. Just make sure you vote. All right. But anyways, following FOSA, there's two events hosted by BSU and all the other multicultural organizations here at Rockhurst University. There's a multicultural alumni that takes place, as well as a speaker that's coming here. He was from K-State. He was a speaker at the K-State Black Student Government Conference event that we both got to attend to. And he'll be coming to talk about basically the intentionality and authenticity within the relationships that you have with people wherever you go.
And we're definitely encouraging faculty and staff to come to this event. Yeah, please come. Please come.
We just want to better the community for all here at Rockhurst University, okay, so everybody feels safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because homework scares me. Damian, you want to talk to us about finals week as a senior?
Yeah, I mean, speaking of homework and finals and everything, finals schedule for this year, I've heard has been a little different. It's like, it's not just like 1 week dedicated to finals. I know that some people's finals, they have to look throughout 2 weeks, apparently, according to the schedule, because of like how their classes are set and everything.
I should really read my syllabus.
Read the syllabus, go to the Rockhurst website, and then look at the academic calendar as well. You get a lot of information out of there.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think I cope the best with stress by just, this probably isn't the best, but I just think of it as a normal test. So I don't think of it as anything bigger, because like for me, there's no point in making it that much bigger when it's still a test at the end of the day. So I just gotta treat it the same, with the same respect.
I mean, but this test can depending on how you do, that's another year at it all.
I mean, that's true, and it also depends on your major.
Yeah.
Quite drastically, but with my major, I don't really got to do that.
With me, how I cope with burnout is pretty much just finding something else to do. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of homework. So, if that's, giving myself time to go and play Spider-Man or go play basketball, finding something else to do so that I have the energy and the mental capacity to deal with an 8-page paper, for example. But
do you fish?
Do I fish? Hey, I just bought my fishing license, a couple weeks ago. So, catch me at the lake. Anyway.
Got a boat then?
No. I'm a poor inner city college student. No, sir.
The college student.
How do you take care of yourself?
I try to practice routine in the morning and at night. So in the morning, I try to make sure to do quite a few things so that I can just get my mind ready for the day. Duolingo, practice some Spanish, and then...
See, I was about to say we. That wouldn't have worked out. Go ahead.
Something else, as a fun fact, after I practice my Duolingo for Spanish in the morning, I turn on a Spanish channel to just have in the background while I'm getting ready for the day, because I'm just trying to engulf myself within the Spanish language so that I can understand it a lot better. And then I just try to understand what's happening on the TV while I get ready.
Use your context clue.
Yeah. But that's something else. But anyways,
right on.
That's one way.
For me, Sundays are my reset day. So, after I get off of work, depending on what kind of shift I had, that's washing clothes, that's folding clothes.
Oh, that's
just doing basic self-care things. Whether that be, trying to set up appointments throughout the week, see what homework I got, but that's my reset day. That's where I do my self-care, my maintenance.
Right.
This is my money maker. And then, how do you advise for those? You have any advice for those who may be struggling, who can't find that way to cope or take care of themselves?
The only advice that I can give to somebody who's struggling is really just to make sure that they sit with themselves for a brief period of time. Because sometimes for people who are struggling with burnout or keeping up with themselves, keeping up with their work or anything that they're struggling to do, it's like you're stepping further away from what you're passionate about, from what you need to do, from what you enjoy. So just taking that time to sit with yourself and try to reflect on what you as an individual like to attend to. And then just do small things. Like you said, taking care of yourself, making appointments and stuff like that. Those little things really can boost your motivation to do the bigger things that you need to do in life, or want to do in life. So just take some time and reflect upon yourself. What about you?
I think my biggest piece of advice is just reminding them that, while this may seem challenging, adversity is literally around the corner. You may have a test that you feel like you didn't prepare yourself for. It's not getting caught up in the little things. and just reminding yourself that you have an end goal. Your mission is to get to that end goal. And there are things that are going to pop up that are going to block you, but you got to keep going. Yeah. So, and then like if you seriously need help, here. I'm gonna think of my wallet real quick. You take this card right here and you find one of these numbers, specifically the RU Counseling Center if you need it. And yeah, you call that number if you feel like you need help. We all need a little bit of therapy every now and again. So, take care of yourselves.
I know they
Hawks.
are very. I know they're very helpful because I've been a couple times myself, and just going down there to even just to talk without like the worry about judgment or anything is really beneficial to your mental health, to just get things off your chest. I was actually just talking to somebody today, and they had mentioned that like I don't see the benefit of just talking about your feelings when it doesn't have truth. And I was like, hold up now. Feelings have truth regardless of where and when it is said. So my biggest thing that I like to encourage is just speaking on your feelings, because there is truth. And I know that an example they had gave was like, if I felt like the sky was red. And I was like, there can be truth in that. The truth in that could be like how your week's been affecting you, how that day's been affecting you. You don't really see a blue sky. You don't see what everybody else sees because of other things that are like tainting your emotional stability that day or something like that.
Or you could have woken up pretty early.
Or you could have woken up early and seen
a literal red sky.
You could take, okay, yeah, that's fair. But anyways.
I don't even think woken is it?
Awaken, arise, wake up.
You arose in the morning. Yeah, okay. All right, Damian, you're a senior, heading into your last couple of weeks. What's going through your head?
There's a lot going through my head. I mean, I'm ready to be like all dressed out and pop out for this graduation.
Right on.
I just thought of that a few weeks ago. I was like, let me actually pop out and dress out, show out a little bit. Because people know me that I like sweats and hoodies a lot. So, but anyways, that's one thing. Another thing that's going through my head is that like I'm really done with school. I am done with school.
I wish I could join you.
I'm scared that this emotion has like come upon me because like I don't know if I need necessarily to go to school more to do what I want just quite yet, because I'm still trying to figure that out. But I've always loved going to school. I've loved attending. I love going to classes. I love learning, all of that. Like I just love knowledge in general. So the fact that like I'm at this point, it kind of scares me for my future and like what I need to do.
For what's next?
Yeah, for what's next in anything. So I mean, I have a small step that like I plan to do. So like after I graduate, I'm gonna relax a little bit and just stay at my mom's, play some video games here and there. But then I'm also
Burger King.
Burger King.
Yeah, you gonna be working at Burger King?
Absolutely, I can't stand Burger King.
You can't. Oh. Well, that sucks.
That's nasty. Anyways.
BK.
But anyways, I plan on looking into internships for a variety of different psychology fields.
So major specific. Okay. Right on.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, heading into my senior year, I feel like I'm gonna be a lot like Damian here. I don't want to say I'll get hit with like senioritis or anything like that, but I know like when my last couple of weeks, start approaching, I'm gonna be like Damian here, burnt out and ready to go. But we love you, Rockhurst.
Just gotta keep it moving with our life at this point. Gotta figure out the next step. So hopefully what I've learned here and taught myself here at Rockhurst University, it'll help me continue my life. So
yeah, and I mean, your next step is gonna be all about learning. So don't take it too much. Don't take it.
A lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Don't take it too personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, with graduation, I didn't even know I was gonna make it with that storm. That his was it last night?
Yeah, no, yesterday, yeah, yep.
Yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, not last night.
The day kind of got hotter, but yeah, I knew it was bad. You know, like I was out and about while it was raining. One of my roommates texted. He was like, "Dude, I was sitting on the toilet when the thunder struck. The toilet started shaking, and I was like, oh my God, why are you doing this?"
I'm seeing on people's stories, they like out there recording. I'm like, why are you outside? It sounds like it right next to us.
I mean, I think thunder is cool. You know, like just like you're not even expecting it, just a flash of blue light.
I mean, I like thunderstorms. Don't get me wrong. I love thunderstorms.
Perfect time to sleep.
Inside.
But when that one when that one just hit the ground, start shaking everything, that's when you get worried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, fun fact.
Yeah.
When I was younger, this is when we lived in a city called Poplar Bluff, so that's basically south of Missouri.
Uh-huh.
During storms, whether it be tornado, lightning, all that, my mom and my brother and I would just, we would sit out on the porch and just like sit outside during all that because like we just liked enjoying the sight of the storm, even though things just flying around left and right, you know, everything. It was a great time. So that's probably why I love him so much as well, because I just was outside during yeah.
What's your favorite storm experience? I mean, besides sitting with your peoples.
Like you mean like the environment that I like to be in during storms in general?
Or your favorite story?
My
like
favorite
specific incident?
Story would have to be... Okay, so we was driving to St. Louis, actually, at one point, and then my mom always watches the weather beforehand, right? So, like, if there's a storm, we're not going. If there's not a storm, we going. So we was going, and she was just like, oh, it'll just be a little rain, you know? That's what the Weather Channel said. And then we on our way out there, and then halfway there, so probably about an hour or two into that drive, it just starts pouring, okay? And my mom just struggling on the highway and street and everything, and then all of a sudden, it just starts lightning, okay? So like out the window, we got to see it.
What we say, thundering or lightning?
Lightning. I don't know how to say it, but you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
It's just all in the sky, and when one struck, it literally looked like some type of like spider web in a way in the air. And it was just really cool because like the sky wasn't just like it wasn't just blue. It like had like a dark gray tint as well, with some blue because you know it wasn't supposed to rain, so it was just like some clouds or whatever. But anyways, it was just really big, and it was very artistic, if you will. It was like painted on a canvas when I got to see it in the air. That's one of my favorite experiences.
Right on.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one was just, I don't even know, I think this was like 6 or 7 years ago. Like I was sitting on the porch, looking through like the screen, like the screen porch. Yeah. I'm sitting there looking through the screen, and trash cans are just flying around. Like one of my neighbors, he had like a broken TV, like it was like split in half. And then I saw him the next day. I was like, dude, I watched your TV fall apart. He was like, no, you didn't. You broke it. And I was like, no.
It just rolled.
No, yeah, the wind was that strong. It just. But yeah.
Seeing people chase their trash cans down the street while the storm is going is kind of funny. I will not lie about that. That is hilarious.
That's bad.
More on the sunny side of things.
I like what you did there. Go ahead.
Let's start off.
Come on, man. You're supposed to keep it rolling.
You did. You said go ahead and try it again.
No. I said I like that.
Anyway.
Gosh, we can keep that. That was a perfect ad lib, man. Anyway.
I don't even know what it means. Okay.
Basically, I just improv that line after you said it. Well, now I can't repeat it.
Yes, you can.
It's gone. The magic is gone.
Looking on the sunnier side of things.
Okay, let's try it again.
All right. Looking into the sunnier side of things, we're gonna look into Black Student Union. and their e-board positions. I have a newly elected president of Black Student Union here with us.
Hey,
Faizion,
everybody.
You know, so you just tell us a little bit more about yourself.
So like I said, my name is Faizion Campbell. I'm a psychology major, born and raised in Kansas City, and honestly, I'm just really excited to take on next year. Becoming the president of Black Student Union is definitely going to be a step up from service chair. About a couple steps up, but some steps up from service chair, and I'm really just looking forward to strengthening the community here at Rockhurst.
Believe it or not, the steps that you just took to become president is the exact same steps as me.
But I'm about to take it to a whole another level.
Yes, you are. So with those steps, what's your expectations for the next year then?
Expectations next year, I really hope to increase our turnouts to different events and just general meetings and just meetings in general rather. Yeah, I'm just excited to hit the ground running and
Okay.
step into this new role.
Yeah, it's gonna be one big change.
Yeah, a stormy ride.
Oh God. you gotta keep. Keep your head up, okay? Yeah, you gotta keep your head up, and you gotta look into the sun, okay? Don't look too long though, cause you'll go blind. No? Okay. Anyways, so how did you get into leadership? What made you want to have a leadership role on this campus? I'm
gonna take you a little further back here. It started when I was born, rather. So I am the youngest of two. I'm the youngest of three, rather. And I have my brothers to look up to, but I don't necessarily want to be in anybody's shadow. And I'm not saying that any of my e-board members will be in my shadow. But I want to make my own path, and I feel like stepping into leadership roles is the best way to make your own path, make your voice heard. So to all those who were elected, I commend you, but let's get to work.
You got to get to it. You got to keep pushing BSU to be what it definitely can be. I know I had a lot of expectations for this year. We met quite a few of them, and I hope that you can take that further into what you believe that Black Student Union can be as well. How does Rockhurst help those who want to be leaders here on this campus and around and for the world?
So what I would say is that Rockhurst essentially offers opportunity to everybody, and it's up there in the air. And we are going to transition into we're going to be transitioned into like corporate reality, right? Where it's dog eat dog. And, if you are not going to take advantage of the opportunities, you won't be able to become that leader. So Rockhurst has what you need, but it's up to you to take it. So
I was in a class with Father Curran, and the name of the class was Catholic Social Teaching, and one of the main topics that we focused upon was the fact that we, as college students, with the privilege that we have, need to step out and speak for those that don't have those opportunities. So like you was just saying about if you don't speak up, you're not going to get this chance to be able to take part in what you probably want to do in life. And that experience could change your life. But our job is to help those that don't know how to speak, or rather can't speak for themselves, and get them opportunities to live how they want to.
And better themselves.
And better themselves as well.
Yeah, I had Catholic social teaching with Brian Frayne, Father Frayne.
Okay.
Father Frayne.
Oh, that's nice. I'm going to further that conversation about leadership. Do you think that Rockhurst University does a great job in encouraging students to become leaders?
So it's when I hear that question, right, I feel like it's important to understand that Rockhurst isn't just one person, right? It's an organization, right? And they're gonna produce the opportunities how they feel and how they see fit, right? So it's not up to Rockhurst, it's not up to Rockhurst to breed leaders. It's up to us to breed leaders.
Yeah.
Right. So Rockhurst just gives us the structure. It's up to us to build the Lego tower that we are trying to,
And step into those
Yeah,
opportunities
so
that they provide.
Rockhurst does a great job. I mean, are there points where they could do better? Yes, but understanding that this is an organization, filled with people who have different schedules and things like that.
Right.
It's important to understand that they are not the sole responsibility of leadership. Like it's up to us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think you did a great job in stepping into that role here at Rockhurst University, becoming BSU president and the service chair as well. You've done a lot for your role, so I just hope that other people can follow in that footstep, in your footsteps as well.
I got big shoes. That's 13.
All right.
Damian, you just completed a year as a Black Student Union's president. How do you feel?
It was a lot. It definitely was, but it was a lot because I made it that way. My priority here at Rockhurst University, it's a little different. It's not the normal, because usually when you're at Rockhurst, you need to get your education first. You're supposed to be here for your education. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but my priority was definitely, as soon as I stepped into the BSU president role, it was organizations. So anything regarding BSU and all the other multicultural organizations, and then it was school, and then it was social life for the most part. My whole ideal as president for Black Student Union was to ensure that everybody's voice is heard and to create a community that everybody is welcome to. And I think that put a lot of stress on me this academic school year. There would be times that I felt burnt out, and I thought it was because school or academics, but it was just because of how my priorities were and how much I was putting my all into the organization. I do think I could have stepped up and done a lot of other things better here and there, but I feel like I made an impact, got us to a conference that we haven't been to in years. So thank you, K-State, for hosting that.
KU for chartering us.
Yeah, KU, that was fun.
Those are some fun peoples.
Got to do that. I mean, we're bringing in a speaker from that conference as well.
Oh, I hope to do the same next year.
Yeah, we need more speakers here on campus so that we can just express ourselves, atmosphere like that. And then also just providing a atmosphere within Black Student Union that allows people to understand that even though we all have melanin, we're all darker color, we're colored people, we don't all think the same and believe the same stuff. So I know that was one of my main topics for a lot of the meetings, and you spoke out on a lot of those as well, to where we would just go back and forth between why and what we believe in here and there, so that we can just get a better understanding of each other and why we move the way we move. So, but yeah.
Yeah, just touching on that a little bit more. One of my things that I wanted to focus on for next year is increasing our allyship. We didn't really have much diversity as far as Black Student Union is concerned, and while it is mostly a space for Black students to feel safe, there are people who don't look like us who would like to learn about us but are afraid because of the name that this union starts with. So if you're seeing this and you would like to learn a little bit more about what it is to be Black, I mean, feel free to stop in at a meeting, where we're all encompassing. I mean,
because seeing a large turnout, I'll speak about it for myself, but it is very it gives a lot of satisfaction to see a number of people participate in a culture or a belief that you are so passionate about. So I mean, increasing numbers is a great thing. I'm happy to also say the e-board that I worked with, they are very helpful in the ways I couldn't even imagine. And then also the fact that they're able to continue that passion of promoting diversity within Black Student Union is very it's nice. It brings me joy. Like really, it brings me joy to hear him say that. I know our vice president has said that, and a lot of our other e-board members as well. Like they really want to encourage university to understand Black Student Union as a whole, and that's what we're trying to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot like what you're saying, like we, we engage in things like Black Student Union, pretty much on the premise that we're Black, but
Right.
there are other facets to our individual identities, and there are things that people don't look like us, that have interest in things that we would like to learn about. Dr. Brown being one of them, like he has a freaking catalog, like
Of guitars.
He has a koi pond, just things like that. It's not necessarily centered around, just learning.
Right.
It's connection building.
Like we're on a smaller campus. I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but for the majority of students here at Rockhurst University, we're at a smaller campus for that better connection with faculty and staff members. Okay.
And scholarship money.
And money. That is absolutely true. Anyways. But for that better connection with other people on campus. Like we're not here to just hide. Like if we wanted to hide and not be heard or seen, we would have gone to a bigger school. And then of course if they gave us more money, but that's besides the point right now. We would have went to a bigger school and just gone to a classroom that has like 60 people in it. Like then you know that your voice isn't going to be as heard as it was if you're in a classroom with 30 people. Or 20 people. Like I've even been in a class with just 11. So like there's a lot of benefits to that, to where you can get to know each other and the faculty on a closer and a deeper level. That's one area that I would like to see Rockhurst University expand upon, because with being president of Black Student Union, I get to hear like a lot of the members' perspectives. Like I love hearing their perspectives and opinions, and like you said, like their exploration of life and all that. And a lot of the experiences that they had shared with me is like they don't feel heard. They don't feel like they're seen. They don't feel like they can get enough help, and they don't know where to go. But like that's also why there's an event called Spill the Tea that like we've been doing the last few years, is just to give students a platform to speak
directly to
admin,
and
so that
staff and faculty.
So that like they can like get the privilege to skip the steps and how communication is processed within the system here at the university. A little bit after the Spill the Tea event, they actually added something to the Rockhurst website. I don't know if y'all seen it, but if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you know how you get to your web portal. There's a new button down there, and it's to report an incident of any sort or any kind that happens on campus. So that's another quicker way for students to feel like they can have a voice for certain things that happen on campus. I know that like I've experienced some things here on this campus too, where like I've needed to report something, and going through that process, I wanted to make sure that like I felt comfortable, and I think they do a good job once you get to that point of reporting it and getting through it. It's just making that step to do it. So that's another thing, because that was another big complaint, is like they didn't know where to go, how to do something, how to report it, and all that. And they just felt like them not knowing how to do it results with the mindset of they don't really care for it to be reported. And Rockhurst did a really good job in finding a new alternative for students to report those things. Okay. Okay.
More after this sip.
Please keep that in. Please.
Damian.
Right on. I'm glad you got to hydrate yourself.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, so another example of employee here at Rockhurst University is Letitia Davis. So she was, she's new, right? Like this is her first year here at Rockhurst University, and she has already done a lot for the community of students that aren't heard. So that's like making sure to build a bond between all the multicultural organizations, whether that be, prepare yourselves, there's a lot, and I will name them all. AASU, ASA, BIPOCA, Unity, RU Communitors, Black Student Unions, Black Student Union, and Soul. You have another one? Is that all the month? Yeah, that's about it. So she did a really great job in bringing us all together to understand that, like, through her department, it is her job, passion, and desire to make sure that all of us feel welcomed here at the university. So I think she did a really good job in understanding the hot spots of campus. So she has hosted a lot of her events in the Rock Room or out there on the quad, because that is like where a lot of traffic comes in. So that way, those students that don't feel like they're welcomed here, if they're like going through that hot spot, they can understand, hey, I mean, just to speak vaguely, like, those are my people. So like, go over there and just hang out with them and feel comfortable with them out in the open. It's just the time to express yourself, not amongst your community of people, but to Rockhurst University. And platforms like that are really beneficial.
Well, that is our show for today. Thank y'all for tuning in. You can catch up on past seasons on our YouTube channel, or on their YouTube channel. I'm just a guest co-host, excuse me. Be sure to mention us at Rockhurst University on Instagram for topic ideas and discussion starters. We love to hear from you. So from Faizion Campbell and Damian Hood, we thank you.
See you later.